Yo, 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 what's the word, man? How y'all feeling, man?
Yo,
Yeah. No, I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling good though.
Yo, y'all are so ugly. Hey, man, hold on. First, before we start, man, you see your boy out here with a fresh cut, man. Looking mad wave, you know what I'm saying?
look at those little bitty
Man
swings.
got ripples, bro.
Yeah,
ain't got
but
no
anyway,
fit.
because I'm looking
You got
better than you
tadpoles
over there,
on this,
buddy.
though.
Anywho,
Okay, I'll admit I'm looking kind of dusty right now, but it's all right.
dusty, crusty, you know,
Wait
it's
till I
pretty
get back in the
common for
shop.
you at this point.
Wait for
But anyway,
tomorrow.
let's
Wait till I
get
get back in the shop.
let's get into the show, man. Welcome to another episode of Getting To It podcast, sponsored by Peoria Life. You know how this usually goes. We're gonna start off with with our updates. So we're gonna start with what? Peoria High School updates. Hit me. What we got?
All right, man. Just a few updates. Over the past few days, Peoria Christian High School played Williamsfield and won 66-43. As well as Renfield and Peoria Heights played. Unfortunately, Renfield got the W 54-49, and then Peoria High School and Dunlap played, and Peoria High School took the W, beating them 65-48.
Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Y'all know what's next. Let me find it up. Riley Sports updates. Let me hear what you got.
All right. So, Bradley played at home against the Evansville Purple Aces and took the W. They won 79-47. So, a dominating victory. Rick Mass finished with 23 points, 13 rebounds. Terry Roberts almost finished with a triple-double, finished off with 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. So they are currently 2-3 in conference play, and their next game will be this coming Sunday, January 16th, against the Illinois State Redbirds. So the war, I-74, returns. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that.
Is that at Peoria?
No, it's at Illinois State.
Cool. That's what's up. What's up? All right. Y'all know what time it is. Professional updates. It's your boy. All right. Keep this short. So it's your boy. Yeah. So as we record this episode, the Bulls just got finished getting blasted by Golden State by about 40 points. This is now 2 games in a row that the Bulls have been blown out. First by Brooklyn, now by GSW. Not looking great. Zach LaVine went down with a knee injury today. So we don't know what that's going to look like. He's getting an MRI later on. So by next episode, we'll definitely have something for you guys on that. Memphis, they are on an 11-game win streak at the moment, which is insane to think about, saying as though it's Memphis. They're currently playing Luka Doncic and the Mavericks right now. Trying to see if they can push it to 12. The Hawks and the Knicks went through a trade, one that I don't quite understand for the Hawks. I don't know why anyone would want to get my doppelganger, Kevin Knox. But hey, to each their own.
I'm not gonna lie. For the Hawks, it kind of makes sense when you think about it.
I understand they had a lot of small forwards, but they just got another small forward.
No. But the reason was they probably didn't want to pay Cam Reddish because his contract was coming up, and he was probably looking for a bag. Plus, they needed another first-round pick, so they got that one from the Hornets.
I mean, I can understand Cam Reddish won the bag because he improved.
But you got to think the Hawks, they don't want to pay him. You don't want to be the team that gives that young player that extension because it could kind of mess up your financial situation.
But at the same time, it'll be different if he wasn't playing well. He's playing pretty decently. So
yeah, that's facts.
He went from getting no playing time whatsoever to getting rotational minutes to being in the second unit to being the starting unit for a little bit. You know what I mean? He just gotta grow over time. He'll be good.
Yeah. Also, there's a new nickname for a young man by the name of LaMelo Ball. Showtime LaMelo.
Who calls him that?
I was watching the TV. Hey, I was watching the TV. They kept calling him Wondrous LaMelo Ball.
Showtime LaMelo.
Showtime LaMelo. He was doing Showtimey things. He throwing it in between his legs. He behind the back passes.
I'm not gonna lie. That's
said that the Hornets announcer said that.
I don't know, but they say a lot of cool things. They're the best announcers in the game.
Yeah. I say them, the Kings, and the Bulls probably.
I wouldn't give it to the Bulls.
I would say announcers like home announce like so. Stacey
I'm not
King
gonna lie,
announced it?
their
So
voices
Stacey King's
sometimes
not. So
annoy me.
Stacey King's not valid.
He
He's not
is.
valid.
Okay, I was
He
about to say.
is. It's the other guy.
Wow.
I don't care about the other guy.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
just talking about Stacey
The other
King.
guy. You don't care about the other guy. But the Hornets are raw. They
Yeah, nah.
diddly dee. Like, bro,
oh, Terry.
oh, Terry. Like,
Nah, so I'll be
No.
wondering what would really be happening. But
no, they're raw. They're raw. All right. But that's what's going on in the NBA right now. Obviously, playoffs start tomorrow for the NFL. We'll see how that goes. We won't spend too much time on that only because we kind of went through that last episode. Updated MVP picks. We all know that Aaron Rodgers is winning MVP for, the NFL. It's pretty straightforward because duh. In terms of NBA, I still have Giannis as my MVP. Do either one of you guys have any changes to yours?
No sir.
And
Yeah,
remind
I
the
got-
audience what your pick was.
Giannis.
Nah, I got Giannis. But I do have a question though.
Mhm.
Who do y'all think will be the defensive player of the year for NBA and NFL?
NFL is going to be TJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
And then NBA, I wouldn't be shocked if it was either Giannis or if it was Rudy Gobert.
Huh. Interesting. All right, Blake.
I don't have Rudy Gobert. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't disrespect the man.
I
Now.
had to choose somebody. That's tough. I wanna put Draymond up there, but I haven't seen enough games for me to really base that. So I'm just not gonna say anything.
Sure.
Yeah, I need to. Here, let me hear your answer. So then,
I go for me it's Draymond. For me it's Draymond because he was a massive component for why the Warriors were winning early on for his impact on the defensive side. And over these past 4 or 5 games that he's been out, we've seen his impact defensively. The Warriors, they were 1-4 before this Bulls game without him. So I would say it would either be him or Rudy Gobert for me.
Another name to look out for is Miles Turner. The man is averaging 3 blocks a game right now.
he leads the league in blocks every year. So
Yeah,
I know.
every year.
this
I
is-
know.
this is nothing new. So.
I know, just keep an eye out. You just never know. But if I had to pick one, I would say Giannis. That would be my pick.
Fair enough.
All right. We got here pretty quick.
Yeah.
You guys know what time it is. We ain't even gonna do the drum roll. I'm gonna get into
9:48
it, man.
p.m.
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot
that's
about that.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
Blake. It's almost like we don't do this every episode, right?
I
It's
do.
almost like this isn't the name of the show. Crazy.
I'll be forgetting, man.
Whatever.
All right.
It just
So
slipped your
today we're not gonna be doing a whole lot of arguing. I don't think. I think this is more of like a hey, what you think? What you think? You know what I'm saying? So where can I find it? Okay. So today we didn't post on the Instagram. That's my bad. I apologize. Slacked on that today. But trade targets. So we're coming around, the time where teams are starting to realize where they're lacking in the NBA. Obviously, you can't trade anymore in the NFL. It's playoff time. But in the NBA, teams are starting to realize where they're lacking or where they need improvement, and other teams are seeing where they're really good and where they don't need to improve. So we got a list of teams, and we're gonna go through and see where we think they might need help. So first, we are going to start with Chicago. So, Alex, I'm going to start with you. Where do you think Chicago needs to, improve?
Well, before I start my point, I peeped that voice crack, Devin.
What are you talking about?
Nah, I peeped the voice crack.
What are you talking about?
Nah, don't try to smile like you're.
No, I'm like so
peeped it.
serious. What are you talking about?
It's okay. I heard it though. I heard it.
No, I think that's some broke headphones because I didn't voice
You
crack.
broke headphones. Nah, I heard it. But
Okay.
back to what the Bulls need. Honestly, there's not a whole lot, but if I had to choose one, I would definitely say some interior defense, especially at the 4 position, right? Like Vucevic, he's average defensively. I give him that, but he's definitely not a person that you would want to have guarding the best interior player, especially when we're playing a team like the Bucks or the Nuggets or the Sixers. So I definitely say interior defense.
I don't know who else on the team could do it other than him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to get someone else.
Yeah.
All right, Blake. What do you think the Bulls need to do in order to improve?
The Chicago Bulls need a valid four-man in general. They don't have a four-man. They're literally having people that aren't four-man playing the four position. Like, I get it, they can guard them, but no, you need a four-man. Like, Javonte Green is 6'5". He's a guard. Come on, he's a guard.
Yeah, and they actually have DeMar starting at the four.
DeMar DeRozan is a
he's a three.
He was a two, man.
He was a two in Toronto.
Yes.
He was a two in Toronto.
He's a 2 to a 3. Come on now. He's not
okay, but to be fair, this is positionless basketball. It really doesn't matter. Because I'm not gonna lie, if the Bulls had PJ Tucker at the four, they would be solid.
I agree. I only say,
but he fights.
It's to the point where PJ Tucker's not even a 3-man no more. He just plays the big man position because he can guard that position.
Yeah, he's like a 5 or 4.
Like the four
he's
position,
a stretch five.
The four position needs to be able to guard the opposing four, but just an actual four, please. Like seriously.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. So I think we're all on the same page. Why did I say it like that? Same page. We're on the same page here. Chicago needs a four. Now, unlike you two, I mean, you did mention PJ Tucker, but I actually have somebody I would like to see. I'm gonna go with Aaron Gordon.
Ooh. Honestly, I have somebody. Okay.
Okay, well, you're gonna wait. I said Aaron Gordon. On Denver, I'm not saying he's bad, but he's just kind of lost in the sauce, especially when all their players get healthy and they, come back. I'm not sure what his role is going to look like next to MPJ and then Jamal Murray. He'll just dwindle. He's great on defense.
He's just going to have a defensive.
Yeah,
no, I know.
Yeah,
that's fine, but they kind of already have that. Like they would lose it, yes, but I don't care about the Nuggets. I don't care about the Nuggets. I care about the Bulls. Screw the Nuggets. So I want the Bulls to get someone defensive, and I think Aaron Gordon would be good for that position. Now, who we're giving for Aaron Gordon, I don't know. I don't care. Well, I care, but I don't care that much.
If he was healthy, I'd say Patrick Williams.
Yeah,
Patrick Williams, somebody else to make contracts lined up.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
I forgot.
But
yeah,
I think the Bulls should look at Aaron Gordon.
Honestly, I personally wouldn't mind the Bulls looking at PJ Washington. Here's why. I say PJ Washington will be a part of a winning culture. Finally, a winning culture. And I feel like you said what?
I said they're winning a decent amount now.
But the Bulls are having fun. You know what I'm saying? The Hornets, they can drop some questionable games. Like at least the Bulls are winning the games that they're supposed to be winning for the most part. Mm-hmm. And then the teams that they're losing to, I mean, you can kind of tell. But anywho, like I said, I wouldn't mind them getting PJ Washington from Charlotte. He could learn how to be better defensively, and he could possibly be a great star as a starting foreman. That's just me though. So
okay. Next team. Got the Lakers. I'm going first because I hate you both. So for me, I think we all know what the Lakers' biggest issue is. They can't shoot the ball. That and they can't defend. They're pretty bad at everything. But for me personally, I think the biggest thing is they don't have shooters for real. The next biggest thing is defense, and I didn't take that into account when I said where I chose what I chose. Look at Seth Curry. You don't need a big name, but you need a shooter, in my humble opinion. He's a shooter, and he's a guard, someone who could take the ball out of Russell Westbrook's hands, and someone who can run the one late in games because he can shoot the ball, unlike Russell Westbrook, who cannot shoot the ball.
He doesn't. Let's be honest. Seth doesn't even play the one for real no more.
But you can put him there. Is what I'm saying. You can put him there because LeBron is really their one. But you want somebody who can at least ball handle and not turn the ball over late in games. So I would say look for Seth Curry. Rock, paper, scissors.
All right, rock, paper, I'm going to go. Okay, so I personally, if I had to say somebody, I really don't care who they get. I'm more so concerned about who they should get rid of. All right? Please get rid of Russell Westbrook. What is he doing? He's
the same thing he's always been doing.
No, he was not doing.
If you look at his numbers, he's actually doing more or less the same of what he's always been doing.
Russell Westbrook.
It's just worse.
It's on the bigger stage, so you actually notice it.
First of all, he was not. Come on. He was very valuable in OKC. He was valuable in Washington to a certain.
He was doing the same thing in Washington,
and he was kind of valuable in Houston.
I think what Devin is saying is that his play style is the same, but whereas like in the past it will actually translate to like good production, especially offensively. That's just not the case right now.
All I'm saying is each year you're supposed to get better. I can understand you could be in the decline, but in theory you're supposed to get better.
And not
by his age, no. Yeah. He should have plateaued. If anything,
he's getting a lot worse.
He's getting older. It's not like he's 25.
It's to the point where I understood that he wasn't the greatest shooter, but bro,
he could never really shoot except for
he wasn't. Listen. He was an average shooter in his early days.
He got worse as a shooter.
He was an average shooter. How do you get worse over time? Think about it. I want you to understand. You're a professional basketball player. You get paid stupid amount of millions of dollars to the point where you probably get at least 8 figures instead of 7. You know what I'm saying? And all you do every single day is put up shots. All you do is put up thousands of shots. How in the world do you put up more shots than the average hooper? You put up more shots than the average college hooper, yet you are getting worse at shooting the ball. Come on now.
I know. I think his main thing is really IQ. What he's not giving on offense, that could be excusable if he was just smarter with the basketball, right? Like if he cut his turnovers down to maybe 3 or 2.5 a game instead of like 4 or 5, even like 9 some games, the Lakers would be in a much better position. And if he just gave a little bit more effort on the defensive end. So like his offense, it's bad, but it's not. There's other things that he could be focusing on to negate that.
I agree. Okay, Alex, what do you think Los Angeles needs to do?
Well, yeah, like you said, the two biggest things are the shooting and the defense. But I would be more worried about the defensive side than the shooting, for a couple of reasons, right? Like if you look at the past NBA champions, like the Bucks, even the Lakers in 2020, they did not shoot the ball particularly well, not in the playoffs, right? So we seen that the best teams, the teams that win, are the guys that can go out there and get a stop. And when you're giving up 70 points in the paint, we're giving up 79 points at halftime, or 75 points at halftime, you're not winning anything.
Hey, side note, didn't mean to cut you off, but you have a problem when you got LeBron playing the 5. That's not good. Yeah. That's not good.
Okay, LeBron playing the 5, that's fine.
No, LeBron is a 3-4 max.
Depending on the team, it's fine.
No.
Okay, like LeBron playing the 5 against a Wolves team that's missing Cat, I'm fine with that.
But they have to be missing a player.
You said what?
Your whole argument just there was they need to be missing Cat. If they had Cat, it's not good.
Like okay. Even LeBron playing the 5 against the Nets, I'm okay with. The Nets.
The Nets?
I'm okay with, yes. Because you're not really losing a lot defensively there, right? The Nets, they don't have a 5 that you have to like really look at as an offensive threat.
Boy, Nick Claxton, a demon. Boy, LaMarcus Aldridge in his prime, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, in his prime.
Oh, Blake Griffin? Bro, he going to the Hall of Fame. What are you talking about?
When's the last time Blake Griffin even like scored over 20? During the Cold War?
Oh, and
that is true.
I do want to say something, though. I do want to say something to Alex's point. In the playoffs, teams don't really shoot particularly well. You do got to understand that scouting for the opposing team is definitely different in the playoffs as opposed to the regular season. Like, teams usually scout very well against their divisional opponents because, you know, they play them like 4 times a year. And then for like the teams that are on the other conference as them, they only scout them, you know, barely because they only play them 2 times a year. But in playoffs, you're going to play that team at least 4 times, a max 7 times. So you're going to see the same stuff every game. You got to adjust to that, obviously. But for the most part, in theory, playoff games shouldn't be a high-level scoring game. It shouldn't, because the opposing team knows what you're going to run and what schemes and tactics and all the other stuff that you're going to run. You know what I'm saying? So they know that, they're probably, if Joel Embiid gets the ball in the post, he's probably going to get double teamed. You know what I'm saying? He's going to see that a lot. You know what I'm saying? They know that, what's his name? Matisse Thybulle is going to pressure the ball almost 94 feet. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a menace on the defensive level. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But still though, like, they scout that type of stuff. So in theory, the shooting, this kind of goes along with my point that the shooting percentages kind of don't matter for certain players because they're going to get their shots regardless. You just got to understand that a lot of whatever team that you play in the playoffs, they're going to know exactly what you're going to do since they see film and everything. So it's just a matter of just shooting enough times in order for you to get, you know, however many points. So,
and I disagree with that because the prime example of that is the 2018 Rockets. They shot and did not make a single one of those. And they lost because they couldn't make nothing, but more importantly, they couldn't stop the Warriors from making anything. I mean, they couldn't stop the Warriors from scoring.
Okay, I get that. But I'm just letting you know what teams do.
Into an argument, we don't need to have time.
Just letting you know what teams do. You know what I'm saying? Because they scout.
Because you're like the head scout of the NBA. You're like behind the scenes.
No, I kind of know a thing or two about that. You know.
More
than the average person, but you know.
Mr. Blake Wojnarowski.
What do I know, right? What do I know, right?
Yeah.
Right. What I'm saying is make believe people.
Hey, kiddies. Okay. We're gonna move on to the next team. Okay, that work. Cool. I don't care if you care. Golden State. Alex, I'm gonna start with you. What do you think Golden State needs to do, if anything? If you don't feel they need to change anything.
No, they definitely do need to change something.
I agree. This goes for every team, just so you know.
Yeah, if I would say if they did need to change something, it would be the lack of offensive presence down low. Their defense, I would say down low is fine, right? Kevon Looney is a passable defender. Obviously, we know what Draymond is, but I would definitely say the lack of offense hurts them, especially when in the pick and roll situations where teams just kind of double up Steph Curry because they don't need to worry about the roll man half the time. And so, like, I'm not saying that they need someone like an Embiid or a Jokic, but even if they got a passable offensive system, like even if they got like an Enes Kanter or a Nurkic or like someone in the same vein as like a Vucevic, like that would be fine. But
Vucevic is a bit high, but
he is, but like maybe like a few tiers below Vuce or like a tier below Vuce.
Okay.
I'm
gonna go. You wait.
I don't think you should.
I'm gonna go.
I could go again. Who knows?
You cannot go again. You shut up. So I have 2. I don't know how y'all will feel about the first one or the second one, really. These are just dreams in my head that I think sound good. I also agree.
KD to the Warriors.
No. They're also big men. I think they're a bit small, and I'm not. Although Kevon Looney had a good game today, I'm not expecting that every game. And yes, James Wiseman is coming back, but he's young, and usually it takes centers a little minute to pick it up. Hassan Whiteside, he's a big body, and I think in the right culture with the right coach, I think he could be useful. I'm not expecting him to put 15 on the board, but that me personally, I think that could work, maybe. And I just really want to see Porzingis get out of Dallas. I just think he fits because he can shoot, and he's pretty tall, so he can block a couple shots, and you got to worry about him on offense. Like to your point, Alex, they don't have.
He can defend the rim too.
He can he can block some shots. He's a good offensive player. Like he's someone you'd have to worry about, which makes the Warriors even more lethal on offense. So those were my two. Hassan Whiteside, I just really want to see him do well personally. That's really just me. But my real thing.
Yep,
it's not a bad thing. It's just my personal preference. He's a big body, so I think it will work. But my real thing is KP. I think that would be a good way to go for the Warriors.
All right, so
please don't stand.
What the Warriors need is, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Kevon Looney can be a bigger offensive threat. I feel like over time he had become a bigger offensive threat, but it's just very slow. But hey, it's consistency. I say that the Warriors need Jordan Poole to become a great shot creating shooter. They need him.
We're talking about trades. Do you have a trade for them?
No. They need. I'm telling you what Warriors need to do to be better. Jordan Poole need to be a star in his role. Jordan Poole needs to step it up on the offensive level, be very consistent to the point where
you want him to start.
Hear me out, bro. Hear me out.
No, I was just making sure I heard you right.
Hear me out. Jordan Poole needs to be a shot creating shooter to the point where it literally takes off a good percentage of the pressure off of Steph Curry. Because let's be honest, at this point, let's be honest, teams are throwing 2 to 3 guys at Curry every possession. It's to the point where they will rather have anyone else score but him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they are not worried about anybody else. They are not. So if
Klay Thompson's back.
Okay.
Yeah,
obviously he's not playing like the Klay Thompson we know as now.
He just came back.
You know that. That's what I'm saying. He's not.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
For one, from what I've seen, he hasn't played a whole ton of minutes. So obviously he has to get back to the.
He's playing 20 a game. He's only played 2 games.
You said 20 a game, right? That's not a lot. So
well,
once he gets back to the flow and things, he'll get more minutes and anything. But I'm saying,
you just mentioned how bogus the Warriors are. So they had that man guarding Giannis yesterday.
But anywho, Jordan Poole needs to be Jordan Poole needs to be a shot creating shooter to the point where he can create off the dribble and get his own shot and be consistent with that to the point where he's at least averaging not even too much, just average like a cool 15. Just average 15. If he can average 15, close to 20 points, if we're lucky to see that ever in his life, that would be great. So then that takes off all the pressure on Curry. And then once teams start pressuring up
I think he is averaging 15.
He's averaging 17 points a game.
Is he? Oh, you love this.
Yeah. His problem is it's not consistent.
It's not, but that's what I'm saying. Like, in my opinion, I'll see him go off for 28, and then I'll see him go off for 6 the next game.
That is true. He does do that.
I need him to be consistent to the point. Okay, let me rephrase that. I want him to be averaging at least 22. I would love to see 22 points. I would love to see 22 points out of Jordan Poole a game. Is it going to happen this year? Absolutely not.
Is it gonna happen ever?
I would love that. I can only hope that can happen. I can only hope. But
okay, we gotta move on. All right, we got a few more teams. I'm gonna make it go a little faster. Give me 1 second. Next, we got Brooklyn. I didn't feel like typing all the Brooklyn or the Nets. Blake, I'm gonna go back to you. Do you have anything for Brooklyn?
a big man, a good big man.
Okay.
That's really a good big man and a solid backup point guard. I mean, Patty Mills is decent, but I feel like he's starting to become like he's more so of a shooter to me now. Like his shots definitely became better over time. So I feel like they need a backup point guard for the long run because Kyrie's not gonna be playing in any home games. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see a decent backup.
Alex?
Let me look at this here. Oh yeah. I really just said a defensive presence on the inside and also consistency, because their main thing is that they especially this season, they've been shuffling the starting lineup a lot, right? And just kind of been throwing off the flow of the team, right? They've still been winning games, but it's not as fluent, it's not as easy as you would kind of expect it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so stuff like that, that's just going to happen like over time, especially if Kyrie starts playing home games as well as away games and injuries, let up stuff. So.
I also said someone a little more competent at the center position, more of like a defensive, presence, but nothing crazy. Hassan Whiteside,
bro. No, quit it.
No, I don't really. It doesn't really matter. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Nick Claxton. I think he has potential, but if you can get someone better, I would do it. Yeah. Moving on, we've got the 76ers. I'm going next. They need a guard because Ben Simmons is out of there. I want Dame. I'm trying to get Dame or CJ. I'm trying to get Dame or CJ.
Oh.
The CJ thing is more plausible than Dame at this point.
Oh.
Yeah. So I just want one of the two.
That's crazy that you say that because I was saying I would love to see CJ on the 76ers. So
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. CJ is more plausible than Dame at this point.
So we're all in agreement. Wow, look at that. We're all in agreement. CJ. All right. We're going to do...
I think they definitely need some more perimeter defense, though.
Yes, I agree.
Because
Thibault guard the best player. Boom.
I mean, yeah, as good as Matisse is, right? He's mainly going to be guarding like the 1 through 3. Like, what if you run into the teams with like 2 good offensive players?
Shoot, he might have to guard all 3 at the same time. Shoot,
at the same time, just run a 1 zone with Thibault. Well, 1 zone with Thibault and Embiid.
He has to be able to guard all 3 at the same time.
Boxing one. Yeah, let's do a boxing one.
Yeah, that's not how boxing one works.
We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work like that.
Right. Nah,
how a triangle's on offense? We're gonna do a triangle defense.
Yeah. Yes. Rectangle.
Yeah. All right. Next team. Dallas. They are not where we thought they might be. So, Alex, you seem like you have something you would
I'm
like
not
to say.
surprised that they're. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not surprised that they're like this.
Yeah. This season's been weird for them, right? Like a mixture of just injuries and COVID has really derailed them. But I think, bro, stop it. That's not a thing. But I think their main thing is something that they've needed for a couple of years now, ever since Luka came, and it was a consistent secondary star for him, as well as a secondary playmaker to set him up and help him help take the load off of him for like as far as handling the ball, because we even see it in his percentages, right? Like his 3-point percentage has been average at best, but we know he's a better shooter than that. It's just he's taking all these tough contested shots because there's no one who's gonna set him up. You feel me? So I say consistent star and a secondary playmaker.
split.
They need another. They need another scoring option other than Luka, because I'm not gonna lie, KP is kind of inconsistent for me. That's just me though, because I feel like once Luka starts getting scouted for real, like he's gonna have zero help.
So he already got zero help.
Yeah, but once he gets scouted for real, if they make the playoffs, yeah, it's gonna be another first round exit.
Okay, my turn. Keep this short. I agree that they need another playmaker, but they also need another defender. And so I think I have found the perfect spot for Ben Simmons. I think this is a great place for him. He can hide his offensive liabilities by being the main ball carrier, but next to Luka. Wait, hold on. The rest of the team is shooters. Let's not forget that. You put him around a bunch of shooters, he might be able to thrive.
The thing is, who's the Mavericks?
Time out. Didn't he have a bunch of shooters in Philadelphia?
Yeah, but
he was next to Joel Embiid. I wouldn't call it
JJ Redick. He had JJ Redick, did he not? He had Robert Covington. Yeah. Who else did he have? Shoot.
It was no, I ain't gonna lie, that year that they had JJ, Robert, I think it was Dario Saric.
They had Jimmy.
Did they have? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, no, that was the year they lost to that crazy shot by Kawhi. That's a little different.
No, I was talking about the year before that though, like before Jimmy even got there.
Oh, they were good, but like, who knows? He might mature, and I just think this is a good spot for him. Being next to Luka, who's not gonna clog the paint. He might do better in a situation like that. Like, I think he needs to be with a better guard, not a better center. Personally, that's me.
Who would the Mavs give up for him though?
Yeah. Might have to give up Tim Hardaway.
I need to know that one too, because
Tim Hardaway and like a pick.
You have to give up a lot. I mean, not a lot, but somewhat significant.
I ain't gonna lie.
So Jalen Brunson, Tim Hardaway, and like a pick.
Don't think that's enough.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough.
I think that's enough.
Like,
Philadelphia,
you're not.
No, accept that.
Yeah, you're not gonna get equal value, but you gotta get as close to equal value as possible.
That's why I said you gotta throw the pick in there. You don't know what you're giving them.
I mean, a pick from the Mavs though, that's not gonna be the Mavs. I feel like they're gonna be a consistent playoff team at this point.
You can get Nikola Jokic was found in the second round. You can find a good pick,
but I'm not gonna risk. I'm not gonna trade Ben Simmons on a gamble.
I would. He ain't playing for me. All right. Last team. So before we end, all right, Memphis.
We had the Celtics.
There are a lot of other teams I skipped, but we're running low on time. Memphis. I'm gonna be quick. I'm saying a lot of the same names. Porzingis, I think would be good. Shooter to put next to Josh. That's my thing. And a nice defender. Steven Adams is cool, but Porzingis is better.
I say they need another scoring option because
Porzingis is a good scoring option. He averages 20.
I mainly say from the guard position, but I mean, another scoring option in general would just be good.
What's wrong with Dylan Brooks?
And Desmond
Bain.
Desmond Bain, I mean, he's getting there, but he's not there yet, obviously. And Dylan Brooks,
he's averaging 18 points a game.
I said he's getting there, but I'm saying like he's improving, but he's not like the main scoring option.
Well, he never will be.
I'm saying that he can be a main scoring option, not the main, but like one of the main scoring options, like in the future, like probably like next season. But as of now, he's just getting there. He's getting there. I'm saying like have like a already good enough scoring option right now, either a guard or a big man, because I mean Steven Adams obviously is not a scoring big man, and Jared Jackson, stretch four, who could be kind of inconsistent at times with his jumper. So yeah.
Alex?
honestly, when I was thinking about it, I couldn't, off the top of my head, I couldn't really think of anything. But I did think of a question, kind of going off what Blake has said. So, do you think that the Grizzlies should kind of, rest on their young players, right, to hopefully improve and build for the future? Or do you think that they kind of move the timetable up a little bit and use some of those young players and picks as trade assets to maybe get a more established player?
I say they keep Ja, they keep Desmond Bane. I mean,
Ja is safe.
You can kind of keep Dylan Brooks since he's a good defender. I personally would cut ties with Jaren Jackson, but that's just me though. He probably has a bigger role than I'm thinking about. I would just cut ties with him though.
I don't know about you cutting ties.
I would say, I'm not saying that they need to trade it. I would say give it another year, see where everyone's at, and then based on that, if they're clearly making strides, then keep everyone. Otherwise,
they're making strides right now, so we'll see how they
go. No, right, they're making strides now, but if they plateau where they are right now, and they get to the playoffs, we don't do anything, then by that point, players would have developed well enough to get a real good player. So as of right now, I would say let everyone develop, but later on down the line, we can look into that again. All right. Well, thank you, guys.
Wait. Before we all leave, I do have a trivia question for y'all.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What rookie of the year won rookie of the year without being named rookie of the month?
Me.
Huh?
Who won rookie of the year without being named rookie of the month? I thought this kind of easy.
I don't know.
Well, I feel compelled to say Zion, but
no. Okay, y'all want a hint?
No.
Sure. Yes, I want a hint.
He won it during the 2010s.
Kyrie Irving.
Think of a guy that won Rookie of the Year, but not a lot of people thought he was the best rookie.
My fault. Michael Carter Williams.
Not a lot of people thought he was the best rookie.
Michael Carter Williams.
They were saying that other players should have won Rookie of the Year, even though he played 20 or 30 games.
Michael Carter Williams. Yep.
Oh, crap.
Michael Carter Williams. Yep.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, wow. Why am I drawing a blank?
Michael Carter Williams. Yep.
It starts with an M, though. It's not Michael Carter Williams.
Michael Carter Williams. Yeah, Michael Carter Williams.
I'm going to say the answer in 5, 4, 3.
Michael Carter Williams.
2.
Just come on. Just tell us. Tell it.
It was Malcolm Brogdon.
I was close.
It was Malcolm Brogdon, bro.
I was close.
Dang it.
It was Malcolm Brogdon. That man won Rookie of the Year without winning Rookie of the Month for once.
I was close. Yeah.
You were not close at all.
That was close. Yeah.
I couldn't get his name out of my mouth. That's what happens when you play for the Pacers. All right. Thank you guys for another episode of Getting to It podcast, sponsored by Pure Life.
Yeah, he's wrong.
We do appreciate you guys for coming out. I don't know what Blake's saying. I'm not listening
Michael
to
Brogdon's
it.
wrong. Don't know.
All of those Pacers are but you know, when you're hyped for Lance Stevenson, that's an issue.
The Bulls have one good season, and now they want to talk all that. Having almost 7 consecutive bad seasons. Like, come on now. What?
Hey, don't worry. Hey. You live in the present.
Y'all been able to make the playoffs for how many consecutive years, and y'all finally have a good team. Now you want to talk?
Hey,
when was the last time you guys were the number 1 seed? Okay, so back to what I was saying. Make sure
guess what? How many times have we made the playoffs in a row?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Come on now.
Videos.
Now that's extra money in our pocket.
Questions, comments, concerns from either one of you two. Blake, if it has anything to do with the Pacers, I don't want to hear it because they suck.
Bro, basically, the Pacers have won the playoffs.
All right, so Alex, do you have anything else?
So that's more money in the organization.
Pleasure to have you guys. See you guys on Tuesday. I'll let y'all later.
Go pay.